Welcome to the Rod Pedersen Show, everybody. To all of Canada and Canadian sports fans around the world. It is hour 2 of the program coming at you on Facebook Live and our digital broadcast network. Rod Pedersen here, Darren DuPont there. It is episode number 267 coming to you from the Sweatpants Capital. How are you? Still good?
I'm good.
Why are you in a sweater? Earlier on today, I was thinking this is the perfect, it's finally the perfect temperature in here. It was like nice, cool, and breezy.
I know.
And now it's hot as...
It's getting warmer, yeah. The sweater's probably going to be off as soon as the show's over.
I was wondering, yeah.
It's kind of a, dreary little bit of a day outside here. So I'm like, it's kind of a sweater weather kind of day outside. But in the bunker, it's always standard. Like we could be shorts and T-shirts in here every day.
Glad the Rod Squad stuck with us here into hour 2. It's always good news when our tech guy, Ryan, jumps out of his cage in the break and goes like this.
Yeah.
It beats the because last hour was live for the first time ever on Game Plus TV Network, and he's given us the thumbs up. But last week when we were doing the tests, some of these guys, Bryn, Ryan, some things, we had some bumps, right? And sure. I saw the look on their face of just absolute panic and terror. And I'm like, I recognize that face. That is the face of the doctor when he tells you the oncology drugs aren't working. Do you know what I mean? Like, I'm like, guys, it's not that big a deal. Until you face that other stuff, this isn't that. We'll get it figured out. And they did. It's the best team in the business.
Big deal, right?
But just it told me how seriously they take what we're doing here every day.
Oh, for sure.
Which is a really nice feeling. So coming up this hour, the voice of the Saskatoon Blades, Les Lazaruk, who I always refer to as an original Winnipegger, but I think he's been in Saskatoon long enough that he's actually a Saskatoonian.
Yeah.
He's a Saskatoon-berry. But he can still talk about Winnipeg things.
Oh, for sure. And he's very passionate about Winnipeg.
How about Lanny McDonald saying I was trash-talking the Flames? That, for me, that is a paddling pool of... I wasn't trash-talking the Calgary Flames.
No. Did you say the Jets in 4?
Yeah. It's a 5-game series.
I guess it's a 5-game series. I'm thinking 7.
Does Lanny know that? I didn't say it was going to be a sweep. Jets in 4.
Yeah.
At least we're talking about stuff like that.
Yeah.
Feels so good.
We're getting closer.
And Jared Dumba coming up, our hockey analyst, too. I mean, I want to get to the CFL things, although there's not like a lot of CFL to get to. Quick 6 show topics. Will there be a CFL season? That's our daily poll question for Capital Auto Mall Universal Collision Center. Over 60% of you saying no, you don't believe that there will be. Point 2, where will the bubble city be? We continue to hear Regina. We hear Winnipeg. We hear Edmonton if the NHL doesn't choose Edmonton as a bubble city for the NHL. And we're hearing Hamilton. Do you even want it in your town? Can't go to the games anyways. Does it matter? It would just be an ego thing, I would think. Point 3, the NFL hasn't officially announced it, I don't think, but Associated Press came out this morning and said the NFL is cutting their preseason from 4 games down to 2. Here's where we buckle up, folks.
Oh, yeah.
Point 4, NHL hub cities. We continue to sit here. Hello, is this thing on? I'm waiting for my notifications because I'm told today's the day, just from what I see on TSN, that Edmonton and Toronto are going to be named the hub cities.
Hasn't happened yet.
No. Point 5, which play-in round team has the best chance of capturing the Stanley Cup? You say the Florida Panthers. I think, what the hell, I'll just go with the Winnipeg Jets. I got everybody in Winnipeg all geeked up. They love that prediction.
Yep.
And then point 6, Major League Baseball camps begin tomorrow. So I'm like everything, hoping for the best. What time did you say we got Les coming on? 11:20? Okay, well, I just want to just circle back on this. I don't know if this is true or not. I'll say this with the CFL. I had one guy from a team tell me yesterday, we're playing. It's happening, Rod. It's playing. Bubble City, it's a go. And I was pretty excited about that because I want them to play like you all do. 2 hours later, I'm talking to a guy from another team. There's no way we're not playing. There's no way. Too complicated, too costly. Not going to happen. And I trust both guys. One's going to be wrong. So I really don't know. So the players sit here and wait. They continue to not be able to pay their bills. Speedy B, Brandon Banks of the Ticats, saying, just tweeting yesterday, there aren't many owners like Bob Young. That's all he said, the owner of the Ticats. I took that to mean that Bob's paying his players during this time. And I wouldn't be surprised because that's the kind of guy that he is. Certainly opens. Do you see all the other owners will be mad at him going, Bob, what are you doing? Now we have to do that. That's how they think, right?
For sure.
You know that.
But that's what happened when this whole pandemic started. Remember? It feels like a decade ago that we were sitting here and Mark Cuban was saying, I'm paying my arena staff. I'm paying the janitors. I'm paying those support staff.
Right.
As opposed to cutting them. And so then every team, was under scrutiny. NHL teams, NBA teams, NFL teams. Are you paying these people or are you cutting them? Are you laying them off? And there was more and more pressure and more teams said, we're going to continue to pay them. We're going to continue to pay them. And now that's trickling into the CFL. Players are upset. They're not getting paid. They've got families. And Bob Young says, no, I'm doing the right thing. I've got a little bit of money right now. I'm going to pay him. Now, we're assuming that that's what he's doing.
That's the way I read it.
But if that's happening, it's going to put pressure on all the other team leaders.
John Schmeizer's watching in Kansas City. He says, I don't care what or where the hub cities are. I just want an announcement that the NHL and CFL is resuming to play. Meanwhile, Brian Eitenauer writes in on the Facebook wall. He says, haven't they been announcing those hub cities for the last month? No, they haven't. It's the whole concept of fake news, dude. We would love to sit back and just wait for the announcement, but we're waiting and waiting and waiting. What channels are you watching? Because they haven't announced anything other than Orlando for the NBA, nothing for the NHL.
No.
Or the NFL.
Nothing.
No, there's been no announcements, Brian. What are you watching? They haven't been announcing anything.
You're watching Rod Pedersen On Demand. For more of The Rod Pedersen Show, visit rodpedersen.com or follow Rod Pedersen on social media.